forgot how to stream.
Hi, I'm Stream. Hi. Hi.
Wait, I legit forgot how to. This happens every time. Is this my chat? Is this white thing the chat? I'm Granny. Wait. Let me just... Hey! My chat works now. Okay, good. Good. Yan. I hear Lila. It's like she's still here with us. Why ba ako? I'm still alive, bro. Teka, let me close the door. Iwan mo lang yung hugasin ko. Hugas ako. I mean, yung hugasin ko ako maghuhugas. I'm back. For now. For now. This is so weird. Hello, everybody. Hello. Hi. It's I, Lila Maria. Ah! Si VTuber Lila Maria once again with the reverb. Fuck! I forgot. Yan. It's turned off. Hindi na ako marunong mag-stream. It's so weird. Streaming is so weird. Thank you for coming here despite me being weird. But it's surprising though. Wait, before I yap on me forgetting about the stream, how to stream, let me greet everybody that has taken the time to go here. Hello, Zap. Hello, Coin Silver. Asan panali ko sa buhok? Wait lang. Let me tie my hair. Hello, Lobster. Hello, Cheeseburger. Hello, Cheesecake. Hello, Skynerd. Hello, John John. Wait, Skinnerd. Naku, nalimutan ko na porket hindi ako nag-stream. Hello, Skinnerd. Hello, Rodrasta. Hello, Triple. Hello, Trelo. Hello, Cabbage. Hello... Did I say Trelo? I said Trelo. Hello, Lenny. Hello, Sid. Hello, Karel. Hello, everybody. Welcome back po. And Chris, welcome. Naku, hindi naghugas ng plato. I'm sorry. I just woke up like 10 minutes ago. Hey. I just woke up 10 minutes ago. Ano ba nangyari sa akin? Maaga ako nagising kanina for some reason. I remember the reason why I woke up. I slept pretty late, like around 3 a.m. because I played Minecraft after I studied like a good child. And then, I was supposed to sleep until like 9:30 or until 10 a.m. on purpose. So I could study from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Ang nangyari ay, nagising ako na maaga. I woke up pretty early because we thought there was an earthquake. But turns out it was just a construction thingamajiggy. But it's fine. But then I ended up, like I couldn't sleep after. So inisip ko, how do I fall asleep? And then I was like, you know what? Let me yap about Gorgura. And thus, the Twitter thread of me going badonkers on my idol analysis on Twitter was born. So yun ang pampaanto ko. And then, even after I tried to sleep after writing that LinkedIn whatever post, I tried to study. So nag-aral ako. But then around 1 p.m. or 2:30, I started feeling sleepy because like I didn't have enough sleep. And I was like, okay, maybe I will go to sleep. And then I fell asleep. I was planning to sleep until like 3. Because 30 minutes nap is the sweet spot. Tong ina, nagising ako 3:50. I was just supposed to sleep for like 30 minutes, bro. So yun. So medyo bangag-bangag pa ako. I technically would have had the time to relearn how to stream if I didn't oversleep. But here I am. You have to deal with me. Okay? You have to deal with me. Yeah. The sweet spot is 8 hours of sleep. I got, the moment I made the thread, I think I had like 5 hours of sleep. Yeah. So yun nga, napatuloy-tuloy yung tulog ko. Wow. Also, thank you for being a member for 14 months and 22 months. Love, stay, and zap. Aba, Lila Maria, napupuno ko ng grasya. Pinagpala mo ng marami, nagbabalik muli. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for still being a member. To everybody that's still a member until now, actually insane. What are you paying for? Like, I don't get it. But like, thank you. You know, if you cancel the membership, I literally would not mind. Cause like, I mean, like, what are you paying for? You are paying for 0 membership content. You know? So even as an idol fan, as a VTuber fan, I was like, yeah, people should definitely cancel the memberships for me. So, ganun nangyari. But you are all still here. You motherfuckers. I appreciate it. Thank you po. And for those who actually canceled, don't worry, I do understand as well. So, do not feel guilty. Lila with the long Twitter thread content. Don't mind me. I'm sorry. I wrote like a Republican on Twitter. I'm sorry. I wrote like I'm on LinkedIn. It had to happen. I have many thoughts. Gusto ko kasi, di ba usually nga, when I have ideas, I usually, also hi Ryan, my Lila Maria is what rising? To call you stinky, but in green. Thank you for being a member for 25 months. Ang cute-cute naman ng pink na flower. It's not the same without a stinky forest-it. Ang cute na flower nyo. Cute, cute. Uy, hindi nga ako nag-APA citation eh. I actually didn't go APA citation on my thought pieces. So, ganda yan. Actually, before the Gorgura thread, there was already another thread that I was pissed off. Johnny and Shinrin knows this. Before their collab, I was like scrolling Twitter around like 7 p.m. And then, I stumbled upon a tweet about about the Philippines national hero, Mr. Dr. Jose Rizal. Anyways, you know, he's very popular. He's literally the national hero for a reason. So yan. And then they were like, oh my gosh, this summer heat, you guys claiming that Filipinos are lazy because of the summer heat. You know what? Rizal would actually dog on you for this because like, that's so colonial. And I'm like, girl, do you read? Galit talaga ako noon. Nagrant ako kanila, Johnny. So, ba't ito nag-viral? It has 5K likes. What is going on? So, tawa lang sila ng tao sa akin. Kasi nga, ang dami ko na pinagsasabi sa kanila. I was yapping and yapping on Shinrin and Johnny's ears for like the longest time. Sinisip ko, gusto ko i-co-tweet. Pero feeling ko, i-delete nila yung tweet eventually. I wanted to co-tweet the OP and his misinformed thoughts. But I was like, oh, maybe they would delete the tweet anyway because like, so many people are replying that is the exact opposite. Hindi siya nag-delete. He did not delete the tweet at all. So I, with my, what do you call this? Because I am morally superior. Because I am morally superior, I have the social obligation to call them out. I'm gonna admit it. I had a superiority complex. I was like, excuse you, you are wrong. Wrong. So yun. Ganun pa ang kwento. And Johnny and Shinin was laughing because like, they didn't actually expect me to like, co-tweet them. Can you spare a thought to me? Ang dami ko nga thoughts eh. And the mistake was not jumping them down on a notepad. Is it a complex if you're superior? Maybe. Because it's not normal. Maybe. Oh, the cheesecake, ano nangyari sa spacebar mo? Kanina ko mo napapansin. Cheesecake, what happened to your spacebar? Why are you using the comma as a spacebar? Pre, sabay na nga tayo bumili ng cellphone. Let's fucking buy a phone together, bro. You need a new phone. That is what I'm guessing. Ako, I vowed to like not buy a phone out of spite. I am using a Nokia, not a Pindot, and my iPad. That's the way life is, you know. Lila slapping the dude that tweeted with her ego. Hindi pa nga niya dinidweet yung tweet eh. The problem is like, dude never acknowledged he was wrong. Yun ang aking pet peeve. Parang, why does he think he's right? Still, after people have obviously pointed out that Rizal actually agreed with the summer being making us all dumb. Ganyan. Ilang morphing into traditional dance when they get social media. Is it a complex if you really are short? Heh. O sa highlight mo, may mga bagong pasok na I don't think I got to read. But welcome. Welcome. Lila should have made a community notes on the tweet. Dapat nga, I actually requested a community note. A community note without a S. I requested a community note the moment I saw it. And the moment I ranted to Johnny and to Shinrin. But like around the evening, late evening, it was still there. And there was no pop-up. And I tried using my other account to see if there would be like a community note request. You know, I was excited to write anonymously, you know. Because maybe I don't have that morally superior complex after all. Maybe I'm just a humble woman. But hindi, it never appeared. I tried like using 2 accounts to check whether there would be a request for a community note. But no. Twitter wanted to spread the bad news. Engagement farming probably. Maybe. I'm not sure. Feels like it though. Bago tong keyboard, mga 1 year pa lang. This keyboard is new. It's only 1 year old. I can't buy a new one. Ah, so this is your PC. You're on your PC. He broke the space key, I believe. It broke itself is more accurate. Her chest might be flat, but her heart for the real truth is real. Tama! If you ask for forgiveness on the internet, mostly everyone will jump on you as they see it as a sign of weakness. True. Lila, you're gonna get a profile picture that's just a selfie of you in your old pickup truck with sunglasses on? Sunglasses on? Wait, what is this? What is the context? My old pickup truck? What's going on? Also, hi, Kenistu! Welcome. You wanna utilize your subs to spam community notes? Nako, sabi ni Lenny, do not destroy democracy! No. Ah, that's the traditional Twitter dad, PFP. Gagged. Nakakatawa nga. Speaking of traditional dad, Twitter PFP, Serina's dad is actually on Twitter. Of course, you guys would have a hard time finding them. Like, her dad is on Twitter. And, as you may guess, Serena's dad behaves like a dad on Twitter. Ang dami niyang ano yun? I wonder if Serena will allow me to say this. Wala siya. May, parang nag-chat yung tatay niya sa GC. Serena's dad chatted in the family group chat. And he was like, wow, it's Good Friday and I had an argument with someone on X. I'm so frustrated, but like, I could not help it. Certified dad moment. Yeah, Serena's dad is like, dad moment. It's so funny. It's literally like, white dad. You know what I mean? I will not provide further details. It's just so funny that like, it's the exact complete opposite of like Serena. If anything, I feel like Serena and I exchanged parents, you know. Did Serena ever... Yeah, Serena's dad uses Twitter at his age. Matalino yung tatay niya. Her dad is like really smart. Yun nga, nagkapalit kami ng magulang. It's funny, we feel like we've been exchanged at birth. My mom kind of looks like Serena. Well, my mom used to look like Serena when she was much younger. So every time she sees Serena, she's like, oh my god, my daughter is Slay. Gumaganon siya. And then, literally just genuinely has the same type of humor and type of hobbies that Serena has. Like, going to nice restaurants, blah blah blah. Ganon siya. And then, meanwhile, Serena's dad is basically like bookworm dad. I think when Serena was like in first grade, she was forced by her dad to read. Ano nga yun? Yung kay Robert. Tropa ko pala si Robert eh. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. That's the title, right? Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I feel like I'm reading the title wrong. Basta yun, yung kay Robert Kowalski. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Ay nga, kay Robert Kiyosaki. Yun. Si Robert kasi. So yun, Serena was first grade and she was forced to read this book by her dad in a week. And then after a week, Serena was like forced to write a book report. That wasn't for school. Serena's dad just wanted literally a book report to check whether his daughter understood the book. First grade? What? Mga ganong bagay. And then I think Serena was like banned on like social media for like a good amount of time. Cause like they were like the spawn of Satan. And like they should consume like actual books. Like 48 Laws of Power. Parang ganun. Nagkabaliktad nga kami na magulang. Cause like, I don't even remember what age I read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I think I read Rich Dad, Poor Dad in like 4th grade or something. I feel bad for her. Seems like a one-way ticket to make your daughter hate books. Right? Tatay po ni Serena, kung nakikinig po kayo. Well, you've seen the consequences. You probably will not be able to do it again. But I've learned a very hard lesson from you. And your experience with Serena will transcend centuries. And I thank you. Daughter, read this and make fat bank. Tingnan ko nga yung Discord. Search ko nga book report. May lalabas yan for sure. Ayan nga! Funny. Ayan nga. Ang daming adjustments ng bata kami. Hindi naman kami pinalaking spoiled. Kasi grade 1 pa lang kami pinapagawa kami ng book reports and mga seminar. And also, Serena was like taught like proper finger placement on the keyboard at like first grade. Kaya daw siya keyboard warrior. Mga ganang bagay. Was taught how to use the computer for like an hour every day. Her dad is a dangerous man. Stop looking at my cursor! Si Robert Greene. Akala ko nga. Pero like there's a story, right? Well, not a story. It's been confirmed that Rich Dad, Poor Dad was like kind of like a scam, quote unquote, right? Like in reality, Robert Kiyosaki is actually really broke. And he has also filed for bankruptcy. Even though he's literally the bestseller for how not to be bankrupt, you know. Even her cursor is like what an almost blind granddad would use. She doesn't put thumb on shift. No, her thumb is on the space bar. Like a classy, refined woman. Yeah. Basta yun. So the dude that wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad is actually really broke. Parang ang ginawa niya ay he kept filing for loans, I think, for like random businesses. And technically he makes money, but parang net zero. I think he was gaining like a net zero or something. Like he had lots of businesses which is like giving him money, but also the amount of capital I think was like eating up to him. Yeah. The self-help books is what makes him rich. Exactly. I forgot where he based the book though. Basta may pinagkuhanan siya ng ideas eh. Yeah. Yeah, he literally said on video that is good. That's why he was like untroubled or like unbothered. Yeah, unbothered is the word. I learned how to type by playing MMOs and managing guild affairs. My form is atrocious. Ako technically, I learned also hi TAM. I learned in the same manner as Serena, but like it was not by my parents. My parents could not give a shit how I use the computer. I was taught how to use the keyboard in school. Parang di ba yan tuturo sa yung proper finger posture? And they would teach you how to properly place your fingers on the keyboard. And then we would have this like assessment where we need to do the proper keyboard placement, and then once our hands are like on position on the keyboard in front of the PC, of course, our professor would cover our hands with like a folder so that we wouldn't see the keyboard, and then he would ask us to type a sentence without looking at the keyboard because it's covered with a folder, right? Like solely relying on finger placement. Tapos parang yung pinakamabilis ay may promo. Parang ganun. The fastest person to type without looking at their hands would like have a great incentive. Ganun. Siyempre ako, keyboard warrior, #1. Ayun po, that's where I learned how to type fast. It was taught to me in a dream. Let me backread on the Yeah, the source of info don't matter. What matters is the story he's saying. That is a double-edged sword, as he's saying. True. That is a good motivator to get you out of bed. My mom, when she found out the concept of summer jobs. What are my summer jobs for someone like you? You guys have summer jobs for like high school people? Manila, wala talagang ganun eh. Like, all of the quote-unquote summer jobs are like online jobs. But like, when you have, I think, as early as 16, you can start working for Jollibee and McDo. But like, that's pretty much it. And I feel like, onti lang yung may opening, ganun. Sometimes I still have the habit of putting the left hand on the WASD. No, it should be on the ASDF and in the thumb. I learned how to type because as a younger boy, the only game in the PC was actually the educational typing game. There's some interesting keyboard layouts, like Dvorak or Workman, that place the keys in more efficient spots. I think I know of a keyboard. Yung, is it Dvorak? I don't know. The one that splits the keyboard into half and then they're angled. Tangina, hindi nyo kita yung kamay ko. Why am I using my hands to describe the thing? Imagine splitting your keyboard into half and then you rotate them laterally. The two pieces. You rotate them laterally. You rotate them externally. Yun. I forgot what you call that keyboard. Keyboard half ergonomic. Oh, that has nothing to do with the key layout. Oh! Yeah, that one. Oh, I remember it differently. Akala ko naka-rotate siya laterally. You're not on a 3D model now, kind of new. The only reason why I'm not on a 3D model right now is because I forgot to update on my 3D app. And it's not working. I actually wanted to use 3D because like my hands! Nakakamiss naman nagdala ng ganda do. Wala lang. I just wanted to say, thank you for coming. I'm literally just yapping about the random stuff again. Feeling ko though, like, during the time that I did not stream, I feel like my communication skills have like deteriorated, like, drastically. So I'm like, I need to do something about this. Hindi alam. Like, I really have a hard time verbalizing my thoughts for the past few months now, essentially. So I was like, I really need to learn how to write again. Ganun. Because I don't speak because I haven't been streaming, you know. And well, we have case discussions in med school, but that one is a little bit easier, I think. But when I have to verbalize my own thoughts, it's like, you know, you see these verbal tics. I keep saying like, shut up, like learn how to shut up. I keep saying like, sa mga ganun. Seems like you need us for your study notes. Yun nga eh. I feel like another problem is that, ano ba? I don't write formally as much anymore. Or like, may like na naman. Time to shoot myself every time I hear the word like. This is me trying to refrain from saying the word like. Help me, God. Also, hi Seiki, welcome. Studies is important. Thank you. Yeah, no more Lila flipping the chat off. Ayun nga, parang I just translated like into parang. Kasi parang like ganon, you know? Shut up, God. Maybe because we're not here to bully whenever you make verbal mistakes and such. True. Tsaka there's no need for me to be cohesive and coherent if I'm off stream. Ayun, that's what I wanted to say. Parang like ganon. Tangina, Lenny, sa matutunan yan. Baka ano alam yan? Wild. Why do you know how to valley girl in Tagalog? The fuck? Lila, take a drink every time you say the word like. Oh God. That's another topic I would like to press on. God, I avoided being alcoholic for like the past month. It was hard, bro. It was hard. It was so easy to buy alcohol from the 7-Eleven just near me. I had to stop myself. I had the money, technically, to buy a shitty can of beer. And I had the freedom, you know, to destroy my life. And instead of studying, I would just drink. I had the choice to do that, but I didn't. I fought myself so hard for it. Oh, hindi nga ako umiinom. It's like, nako, ano naman tayo sa parang like. Kinda ano. I'm just that fab. I am what? Ano siyang so weird. This is a weird analogy. I might be cancelled for saying this analogy, but it's real. It's like suicide ideation, but with alcohol. Alcohol ideation, is that what you call it? I don't know what the term is, but like at the back of my mind, it's like, Lila, go grab a beer. Ganon siya. I don't know what you call it. Is it considered an intrusive thought? I don't know. It's always like, Lila, the 7-Eleven is just right there. It's time to buy a beer before you go up the apartment. Parang ganon. And I'm like, no, I have to study. Even if I get home. Even when I get home. It's an addiction because like I never drank a single can of beer. Despite all the struggles of life. Hashtag resilient. Hashtag strong-willed. Sounds like an addiction. It's not an addiction though, because like, I didn't drink at all. Yeah. Kasi Lila, like, you know, ganun talaga because tang ina mo. So that's where my income was going to. Oh, hindi nga ako uminom. That's why I'm so proud of myself. Kasi nga nag-aral pa din ako like a good person. I still studied so hard. Despite all the reasons not to. Guys, I struggled so much. Real. So you're saying that you hear a voice that tells you things. Lila, that's schizophrenia. Oh, funny. Wait lang. Actually, the other day, before the Holy Week started, we had like a recitation in class on discussing like the biochemical causes of each neuropathy. So people had to discuss the biochemical cause behind Alzheimer's, behind Huntingtons, behind Parkinson's. Tapos nung ako yung magre-recite, ang pinarecite sa akin ay autism. And they were like, Lila is the right person to say this. I'm like, no, you should not be saying that. I was like, shut up, everyone, don't say that. Bruh, if my school was on live television, they would get canceled so hard. So funny. So funny. God, help them all. Pero yun, na-assign sa akin ang autism. And I would just like to share with you all that actually, the cause for autism is generally caused by a function in your favorite organelle, the mitochondria. It's amazing because everybody knows about the mitochondria and everybody knows about autism. So when they say, oh, why do people have autism? It's because generally there is a dysfunction in the mitochondria. Because in mitochondria, right, they produce energy. I love energy. And there's a cell in the brain called an astrocyte that usually relies on the mitochondria to help your brain be healthy and keep it away from the bad things of life. But in like autism people, and in autistic people, that doesn't work the way it should be working. So parang autistic people are like more prone to imbalances, neurotransmitter imbalances, like the chemicals that are responsible for delivering brain signals and all that. Sometimes that gets dysregulated, and or sometimes some things, some molecules that shouldn't be in the brain get into the brain, and then the brain detects that as a signal and does stupid things to the brain. So ganun siya. Medical students are so good these days. They diagnose you just like that. Shut up! Pero yun nga, the powerhouse of the cell, right? Everybody knows about the mitochondria. Ang galing lang. Amazing. Something, like a common... What is the politically correct way to say this? Disorder. Right? The most common disorder is involved with like the most common organelle. There we go. Amazing. Yeah, autism is unpredictable. No one expects it. Like, even though I say generally autistic people have mitochondrial dysfunction or like impaired mitochondrial function, hindi pa din siya specific eh. Like, they have like different types of impairment that causes like different types of symptoms. That's why it's a spectrum. Yeah. I want to be the test subject. Are you okay with this? I don't think that's ethical. Yeah. Yeah, it's a huge ass spectrum, right? Also, just to answer the question earlier, when was the last time you drank? Bro, I don't even remember. That's how bad this is. Kailan ba ako huling uminom? Thinking. I'm thinking really hard right now because that means I have not drank. Kailan? Well, I didn't drink when I was in Japan. Because I had people with me. Did I drink during Valentine's? No, I didn't drink in Valentine's. Wala. Ang tagal na. Last year pa yung huli kong inom. Kaya pala ako inom na inom. Gosh, Lila, that was like kahapon pa. I don't remember na tang-ina mo. Hindi talaga. Lila has stopped using the word like, I need to train myself. God. I don't wanna be konyo. You didn't bring the beer from Throne? Was this day my birthday? Hindi ako nag-order ng bucket. Like, I had the bucket money, but like, I used it for generally in Japan and for iPhone. Whichever went first. Ganun. Nakakatawa kong Valentine. Hindi. Yeah. I think it was last year. Since I last drank. Nakakatawa kong Valentine's. Hindi Saya-saya ko ng Valentine's eh. Feeling ko nga lahat na nangyayari sa buhay ko na yun, everything that has been happening to my life right now, I think it's my life's way of like balancing all the good things that happened to me until Valentine's Day. Kasi last year masyado akong masaya. I was way too happy last year. And the universe was probably like, wow, Lila Maria is way too happy. Let's fuck her up. Alala, sobra. Like, last year, ayan, gumraduate ako nang hindi na-delay. I graduated from my undergrad without getting delayed. I got in the med school I really wanted to get in. I got a scholarship. I went to Davao, even though I didn't get to present my thesis. I was safe in Davao. Nothing stupid happened to me while I was in Davao. Heck, I even went to the beach in Davao. And then, I was able to buy my own iPhone. And then I was able to, like, go to Japan with all the savings from, like, VTubing and such. Tapos, sabi nila, baka masyado na maraming maganda nangyayari kay Lila Maria. So, yun. Binanata nila ako isa-isa. Like, fuck! Pero I mean, I don't think I've... Did I ever get the time to tell this on stream? No. I don't think I've ever said this on stream. I think I only tweeted it on Twitter. Anong nangyari? Yung first unfortunate, I still remember Lila wants to do 2 studies at once, Lila Maria. There was something that kind of dumb that happened to you in Davao. You forgot to log off your Netflix. Yeah, and then they proceeded to watch Narcos. Binago ko ng pera. Moment I needed to be humbled, right? I had to be humbled. Down. God has a plan for you, pare. You just cap it lang. Believe. Goods lang yan, bro. Pare, salamat. Yung for context, for those who don't follow me on Twitter, which is fine, because like, who wants to use Elon Musk's social media? But like, I told this story on Twitter. Ano siya? So I had this exam for physiology. It was about endocrine, basically about hormones and all that. And you know, hormone physiology, endocrine physiology is like one of the most difficult and one of the most dense topics to study about when it comes to first year medical school. So, nag-grind set ako. Grabe yung grind set ko nun. As in, araw-araw, 8 hours a day, nag-aaral lang ako sa cafe. Walang kain-kain ng biskwit. It's just me and my empty glass of matcha. And 8 hours of studying. Ganon kalala. I went hard on the studying. Kasi alam ko mahirap. Kahit yung makaklase ko hindi pa nag-aaral, ganyan. So, ko hindi. This is not the type of topic you wanna cram on or like study 2 days before the exam. No. This is something you study 2 weeks before an exam. So, ganon. So, ginrain ko siya 8 hours araw-araw for like a week and a half. And maybe that wasn't good because like, the night before the exam, I got sick. The night before the exam, I got sick. Stupid fuck. I got really sick the night before the exam. And, ano siya? Like, sobrang init ko, nanginginig ako, nananalamig na hindi ko maintindihan during 12 a.m. on the eve of the exam. And the exam was like 8 a.m. So, parang, hindi rin ako makatulog ng maayos. I could not sleep properly. As in, I was able to fall asleep probably around 2 a.m. mga ganun. I didn't even know because I didn't touch my phone. But it felt really long. It took really long for me to fall asleep. Excuse me. Tapos, ano nangyari? Nakatulog na ako. I was already sleeping. But I feel like my brain was still functioning. It was still recalling all the stuff I wrote down on my index cards. I was technically still awake, like half awake. I was half sleeping, half awake. So, yun. So, when it came the time to actually be in the exam, ang bagal ko. Ang bagal ko unti. Technically, the exam was just really difficult. But like, I usually finish early. when it comes to exams. And that exam had me like grasping until like the last minute. Tapos in the end, I finally finished answering on my questionnaire, on my sketch paper. Ang sistema kasi sa med school namin ay, you have a questionnaire. You have a copy of the questionnaire. And the questions are there, of course. And you can write your answers there, like temporarily. But that's not the paper that you are gonna be submitting to the professor. The paper that you are submitting is called a scantron, which is basically like a standardized answer sheet where you shade in boxes according to the letter of your answer. If you answered A, you shade a box for A. If you answered D, you shade a box for D. Mga ganun. And I finished answering all the questions in the questionnaire, and there were like 4 minutes left on the clock. So I'm like, okay, it's just time to shade. So nag-shade ako, shade. And I planned on consuming all the 4 minutes while shading. Kasi nga ang haba rin ng exam. Tapos apparently, the 4 minutes was not 4 minutes. I thought I had 4 minutes. But turns out, I only had 3 minutes left. And I had to pass the paper immediately. Even though I wasn't done shading yet. I technically already had the answers in my mind in the questionnaire. But I didn't transfer it. So yun. I had like 1 minute worth of unshaded answers. Tapos habang pinapasa, wala na. Kinuha na lang yung questionnaire. Bawal mo na tingnan yung sagot mo. So, nag-random shade na lang ako dun sa mga hindi ko na shadean. So, after nun, umiyak ako. Skandalosa talaga. As in, ganong klaseng will. Parang ako namatayan after ako nag-exam. Yeah. Pag ganyan ginagawang bingo ko na siya. Shade na ako ng shade. Habang nagpapasa, I kept shading, whatever. While I was in the line for passing my scantron. Kasi wala na akong magagawa. Kinuha na yung questionnaire. They took the questionnaire, so I can't look at my actual answers. So, yun. Yeah, 25% chance of success. I feel like I failed that one, though. So, syempre, nakaka-frustrate. That one really, like, drove me into a very, very, very not so nice spiral. As in, parang, I worked so hard for what? Ganun. Like, actually, when I got out of the exam room, and when I saw my classmates, as in, peak scandalosa level. As in, I've been working hard for like the past week and a half. For what? For fucking what? Ganon. As in, as in actual wailing. Grabe talaga. It was insane. Hoy! Ibo naman for your broken heart and stressed mind. Ay, hindi ako broken-hearted. But thank you. Well, broken-hearted ako dahil sa med school. Cody! No! Thank you! Ay, Cody! Alam mo, nagigilty talaga ako in general dahil nawala ko yung iPhone. Isa pa yun eh. Yan, di ba ang lala ng spiral ko? God. Sa broken heart lang sa exam. Ayun. Thank you, though. So, syempre yun, di ba nag-spiral nga ako? Ang lala talaga nun. Cause like, why is my hard work not reminded? Boo-hoo. Tapos yun. So, technically, I coped really hard for like, that, for the entire week. Nanood pa nga Oshinoko eh. I watched Oshinoko. It was good. So, nanood ako ng Oshinoko movie. Tapos, ayun na. Babalik na ako na mag-stream. Like last week. Was it last week or last week? Babalik na ako sa pag-stream. And then, yun nga. Hindi yan sa jeep na nakaw. Ganito yung kwento niyan. So finally, on the Monday, that my mental health week was supposed to end. E di ayan. Sakay ako ng tren. Baba ako sa sakay ng tricycle. So when I got off the train, when I was in the train, I used my phone. Because like, why not? So ginamit ko yung cellphone sa train. And I put it in my pocket. And then, I rode on the tricycle going to school. Because like, the school is not easily accessible by train. So I rode a tricycle. And yan, nasa trike na ako. And I wasn't using my phone in the trike yet, in the tricycle. And then when there was a stoplight, when the tricycle finally reached the stoplight just before the school, as in like literally not even like, ano ba? How many meters away was I from the school? 50? 50 meters away from the school. I was like, we're near the school. So I took my phone and I was like, okay, because we have a recitation on 8 a.m. Ano yun? It was the similar type of recitation. Di ba we had a recitation about neuropsychiatric disorders. There was a recitation about like blood disorders. So sabi ko, sige nga, tingnan ko yung homework ko. So I know what to recite in case I get called on that day. So I took my phone while it was red, while the stoplight was red. And I was reading. And yan, 1 minute lang yun. After the 60-second stoplight, nag-go na. Okay. I'm looking at beyond the... I'm looking at the driver view. I'm like, okay, malapit na. Sige, basa pa ako. Tapos bigla siya nablot yung cellphone ko! Fuck! Bigla siya nablot. And I was confident there was no one behind me. There was no tricycle. And there was no motorcycle next to me because I was on the outer border of the tricycle. And then I have to explain it. Basta nasa gilid ako, nakaupo. Tapos syempre, dahil nasa gilid ako, kung maglalabas ako ng cellphone, magtitingin ako sa gilid kung may katabi ba akong pwede magnakaw. Wala. But so maybe, I was guessing that they were really far from me during the stoplight. But they saw my phone in my pocket when I got down the LRT. So wala akong immediate nakatabi or like, there was no motorcycle behind the tricycle either. They were probably like 3 cars away if they were like tracking me, ganyan. Oh. Kasi nga akala ko wala. So kaya ako nagbasa. I've been in Manila for like 10 years, bro. So I know when and when not to use it. So wala namang ano. Sige, basa pa. Tapos bigla sobrang bilis. Kuha. Tapos ayun na nalaglag talaga yung puso ko. Sabi ko, ha? Tapos, grabe talaga. Oh, God. Yung LRT mismo, siya yung hotspot. Pero, bihira lang ako. Lagyan ko siya sa bulsa, tapos feeling ko na matahan na ako. Tapos sinundan na lang nila ako hanggang sa pagsakay ko ng tricycle. Ganon. Yeah, they had Sneak 100. Bilis talaga. God. Wild lang kasi never naman ako nanakawan ng ganon. Ever. Actually, shocking. Like, the moment I let my defense down just because I was scared that I was gonna get called on the recitation. Ganon. Oh. Hindi siya pickpocket. I didn't get pickpocketed. I was snatched. Riding in tandem siya. Tapos, yun nga, in that area, in the area where I got riding in tandem, hindi siya common. So, their hypothesis was, the police hypothesis was, they were already following me since the train, since the LRT. So, yun. Kasi sa area in the actual vicinity that where I got my phone stolen, wala daw na nanakawan doon at all nang naka-riding in tandem. Madalas daw batang hamog. So, feel nila, maybe the riding tandem dudes came from like a different area. And then they saw you. And then they followed you. Ganun. They saw you? They must be looking down a lot. Grabe! Sinundan talaga nila ako. Wild. So, yun. Kaya ngayon, hindi na ako naglalabas ng cellphone niya. You guys should like, be careful. Masaya, anyhow, syempre di ako masaya na nakawan ako. Umiyak talaga ako nun. But like, the day after, I was walking on the same street. And there was a foreigner. There was a European lady. I don't know, she seemed German, I think. There was a German on the same street with an iPhone out. And I was like, Miss, don't use your phone here. I got pickpocketed yesterday here. And she was like, oh there. Thank you for telling me. Thank you. So ganun. I saved an iPhone in exchange of my iPhone after. Passing on the good blessing. I told the German lady to hide her phone. Mag-isa lang siya. She was a solo traveler on the on the same street. Yeah, it only took like one moment of weakness. Nakakainis. Yeah, it happens. Yeah. So, ang cellphone ko na yun ay Nokia na dipindot. Wala akong data. Kung may gusto kong sabihin, i-text mo ako. Just like the good old days. Madalas dyan nang lalaslas ng bag gamit ang blade. Ang lala nun. Kaya naglalagay ako ng bag sa harap eh. Also, Jello, thank you. Lina Maria, nawa ay punuin ka ng grasya. Ang Panginoon ay sumasa iyo naman. Lila's come, Lila's reason, Lila will come again. Amen. Happy Holy Week. Screenshot ko nga to. Thank you, Jello. Thank you so much. Thank you for the super cha. And, yung kasabay ko sa police station, nilaslas siya. Siya yung nilaslas. Ako, hinablutan lang ako. Pero, the person that also reported that reported another phone theft, they got last. They were, ano nga yun? Actually, nag-struggle sila mag-isip ng English ng last na eh. Ako din, napaisip din ako nun eh. Ano nga ba English ng last? While they were making the police report for that dude, we were all talking in the police station like, ano nga only English ng last? Slashed? No. Not slashed. Injured? No. Nalimutan ko ano yung pinag-agreehan naming lahat. Basta ganun. Cutting? I don't know. Basta yun, nilaslas si kuya. Tapos, duguan siya. Pero, by the time like he was in the hospital, in the police station, he was already treated. Last TL notes, My Chemical Romance moment. Slit pag sa throat, alam ko. Yun nga eh, nalimutan ko yung pinag-agreehan namin. Kasi involved din ako sa pag-isip ng word sa freaking police report. Usap kami, ano nga ba English ng last? Wild. Kasi nilaslas talaga siya. So, ayoko na maglakad din na mag-isa. Technically, hindi mo na ako naglalakad mag-isa. Laceration paramedical. I think, was it laceration? I'm not sure. Ganun. Pero yun, totoo naman though, na don't use your phone in the jeep. May kakilala din ako nakabulutan na sa jeep. I know somebody that rode the jeep and they were using their phone on head level, like eye level. And may batang hamog na umabot noon to the window. They got the phone to the window because the phone was like eye level. And they just snatched it easily. So when I use my phone in the jeep, technically you're not supposed to even use your phone in the jeep. But like in general, even when I had an Android, pag nagagamit ako ng cellphone, yumuko na ako. Like near the center, that's where I use my phone. Isn't last only sa bag? Hindi, as in ano siya. Ano ba nangyari sa kanya? Nasa harap yung bag niya, tapos nilaslas siya. Oh, some shit. Basta sugatan din siya. Tsaka yung bag niya. Ganun ang nangyari. Yeah. Yeah, he got slashed. Not stabbed. Only you will be like, oh shit, I need to involve myself in this brainstorming moment, even when reporting your own incident. Yeah, yun nga. Feeling ko they targeted me because like I'm so cute. Can't help it. Pero yun, kasi I'm small and female. Tapos pinapagalitan ako ng nanay ko nung una. Tapos sabi ko, Mama, tagal-tagal ko na sa Maynila, nailaw na nakawan. Why? I am literally very alert. I am literally suspicious of everybody that walks in front of me. GGSS na akong GGSS, but I'm cute. Like, I'm not denying it. Maybe I'm a good 7 out of 10. But I'm small, definitely. I'm smaller than the average, I don't know, American woman. So, naisip siguro nila, ay, madali lang habulutin to. At hindi siya, Buti nga hindi ako nakaladkad eh. Ang lakas kaya nung pagkuha. Kasi, habang gamit ko yung cellphone ko, while I was using my cellphone, I was using another jacket to hide it. Technically, it did not do shit kasi nakita pa rin nila. Pero may jacket ako sa gilid. Like, I was using my phone on my right hand, the driver was on my right, and the outside environment was on my left. So, on my left hand, I also had the jacket to hide the phone on my right. Inhambulat lang talaga nila ang haba nung limbs ni Kuya. Yeah. Sexy si Kuya. Mahaba ang kanyang limbs. Kung kailan wala sa harap ang bag ko na nakauna ko ng phone, di ba? It really just takes a freaking weakness moment. Like, moment of weakness. Annoying. Sobra. The smell of Lila sadly did not repel the snatcher. Masyadong open area. It did not repel him. Pero hindi ako naglalagay ng cellphone sa bag. Lagi siya in a pocket na hindi pwede snatchan at lagi ko siyang nakahawak. Nakahawak, ganun. I saw her. She is cute. Hair flip. Ang yabang. Kaya ako nakarme. Nanakawan ka na ni Luffy. Ano ba? Nung bata ako daw, lagi ako nanakawan. Pero hindi siya dahil because I was not street smart. When I was a child, I used to also get not often, but like I got, how do I word it? It's not a pickpocket either. I got stolen from 2 times when I was younger. When I was in 3rd grade and 4th grade. Yeah. Consecutive pa yun funny. Pero, it was not because I was not street smart. That was really just an annoying pickpocket at school. Well, not pickpocket, but more of, the school had really shitty security. And, di ba may morning assembly? When you're good children, you have morning assembly, and you would all leave your backpacks in the classroom while everybody's at the auditorium to listen to whatever the principal has to say. So on a good morning, when I was in 3rd grade, the year 2000 and then listen to the morning ceremony, sing the alma mater, wah 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 wah. Tapos pagbalik namin, ay apat kaming nanakawan ng wallet. So yun, that was in 3rd grade. And I learned the harsh realities of life na dapat lagi mong dala yung wallet mo with you. Or kung iwan mo yung wallet mo, dapat wala siyang laman. At yung laman niya ay with you. Yun. So nagulat ako. Kasi the only reason why I didn't bring my wallet that day is because my dad and my mom, they gifted me like a wallet that I could store my money in. But it was not the type of wallet that you would put in your pocket. Ano siya? It was the long type of wallet. The wallet that doesn't, where you don't need to fold your bills. Ganon. Ba't ko dadalhin yan? Ang laki-laki ng wallet, ang liit kong tao. So, iniwan ko siya sa bag ko kasi, ang bigat. Mamaya, hindi naman yung mawawala. I will go to the morning ceremony without bringing my long-ass wallet. Because I am a small woman and it will just fall out of my pocket. And if I bring it by hand, it will be very heavy. So, yun. Pagbalik ko, nalakawan ako. And 4 more people. And 3 more people. So, 4 of us got stolen from. Kasi syempre, gagalit nanay ko, bakit hindi nilalaki yung classroom tuwing walang tao sa loob? Eh, kung sino-sino lang pwede pumasok. Blah, 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 blah. The parents got angry because like, why did they not lock the classroom for safekeeping? True. Agree. So, yan. Nag-lock sila ng classroom. Good. And then, the next year, they learned how to lock classrooms, but there was an event where the classroom was not locked because we were just gonna go out for like 15 minutes. Hindi siya nilock. So, pagbalik namin, ay, nalakawan uli ang mga person. This time, though, it wasn't as bad kasi nga, I learned my lesson. Pero nanakawan ako ng mismong wallet na unti lang yung laman. But like, most of the contents were with me at the time. So, ganun siya. Sa ano yun sa probinsya. Lala, hungry. They're money hungry. Yeah, I all learned this the hard way. That's why when I was in Manila, I really got shit on, you know. Because I knew what people were on to here. The worst of the worst, actually. Puro barya lang nanakaw sa akin nun. Well, puro barya. Pati yung mismong wallet, the actual wallet too. And of course, cute photos that were in the wallet. They stole it. Sad. So, yun. I once forgot to put my phone in the safe when I went to the sports section. And it was immediately stolen. Dang! In Europe? Dang! Yeah, you can leave the coins but never the bills. Bigger pockets na lang. This my small wallet is safer. Yeah, currently I have a really small wallet. Yep. I've learned the hard way. Until now, I don't bring like big wallets anymore. I I've only lost my wallet once and never bothered to buy a wallet anymore. Where do you put your money then? If it helps, you can get phone straps for your phone cases. Ano nga? Funny. Speaking of random, if you guys have an iOS, just a few tips. Buti na lang, kind of thankful. This is kind of coming from a privileged experience, but like, buti na lang, naka-Apple ecosystem na ako. Kasi kung nanakaw yung iPhone ko, tapos wala akong pang lost mode, bang, it's Jover. I was reading something on Google Docs. Wow, Lila Maria, Google Docs hater, reading something on Google Docs and then her phone gets stolen. I know, ironic, I know, right? But I was reading my assignment on Google Docs. And then my phone got stolen. So it got stolen unlocked. Tapos, ang nangyari I was riding with my classmate that was going to the same class as me. Classmate nga bobo ang puta. So I was riding with my classmate. So what happened is, I gave them my iPad, gave them my passcode, and I was like, unlock it on lost mode immediately. So yun, panic siya, ibaba siya. Tapos kami ng tricycle driver ay hinabol namin siya. Pero hindi naman siya nahabol. So kami ni tricycle driver ay pumunta na ng police station. So while we were on the way to the police station, my classmate already locked the phone using my iPad. Thank God for the Apple ecosystem. Hindi ko alam kung anong kabalastugan yung pwede nilang gawin kung hindi nalock kagad ng kaklase ko yung iPhone ko. I don't know what kind of bullshit they would have done to my phone if I didn't have my classmate lock my phone using my iPad. Galing sobra. Kasi naka-unlock eh. You could definitely like factory reset it immediately if you were techie enough. But obviously, they're not techie enough because why would you steal an iPhone that has like anti-theft protection, you know? Wild. So yun. Nalock siya agad, so it's good as brick right now. Every now and then I get reports kung nasan siya. Nasa Paranaque na daw yung cellphone ko. Nag-ano siya. It's in the bar. Ano siya sa chill bar ng Paranaque. Isn't those lock phone useless? Technically, not really. Your data is safe. The phone technically can be safe or not safe, but all the data is safe. Tsaka na-sign out ko na. It gave me at least an ample amount of time to reset my passwords, log out my accounts from that device, and all that. So yun, that one is gone. So I had the time to do that because they were able to lock it. My classmate was able to lock it. Pero technically, you are right in the sense that the iPhone isn't completely safe because no, technically they can't resell it anymore because it would be on locked mode. No, yeah. Here's the thing with newer iPhones, which is something I really appreciate about Apple, is that if you have it stolen and if you put it on lock mode, it will remain on lock mode no matter what, unless you put in your passcode, like the 6-digit passcode. That's the only way you can put out the lock mode. Like not even jailbreaking it can do it. No amount of jailbreaking can do it. So usually, what people do nowadays with a stolen iPhone is they wait for a customer with a broken LCD and they will use the stolen iPhone's LCD to help the customer in need. Sa Green Hills, ganyan. So, ganun na yung modus nila. Like, even if they didn't get the full amount from the iPhone, like, they can't resell it as a real iPhone kasi nga it's locked. There's no way to break against that. Yun, ginagamit lang nila pang hardware. Pang LCD. Though technically, even Apple already has a protection thing against that, but I don't know how secure it is. Yeah, a glorified brick is what they get. Exactly. Kasi, recently though, iPhone also has like hardware protection. Like if you put your phone on lost mode, I'm not sure. It will like disable the serial number for the hardware, and you can't mix match it with like other devices. I don't know. But I think China has new technology on how to bypass that. But in general, for the average Joe, you really can't mix match the parts of stolen iPhones with actual iPhones because of the serial number thing. I forgot what you call it. Also, it's called hardware protection. So yun siya. iPhone needs to replace the anti-theft system with a remote detonation system. It's stolen. Time to blow up. It's funny though, cause like, thankfully, Popo, thankfully, my photos, I didn't really take a lot of photos in the phone. Well, I lost a good amount of photos, but remember, the phone has only been with me for like 2 months. Most of the photos in my phone were like cadavers, like being real. Being real with you all, most of my gallery is just full of cadaver photos. Because I was locked in, you know. I didn't have a lot of selfies. Yeah. Did you research all of this after the theft? Syempre! Of course! Binigyan mo pa sila ng tip. This is all advanced info. And then, technically, it's only China that has that information on like how to bypass it. Pero wala talaga siya magagawa. It's glorified. It's a glorified brick coating lobster. Your like is now generally and technically. Oh my god! No! Unless they use your phone's data and sell it somewhere for identity, but that seems too far-fetched. Diba? Diba? And that's basically the only thing. Tsaka alam kong gumana yung lock mode. The only reason I know that the lock mode, the lost mode of iPhone work is because they tried to fish me for my 6-digit passcode. They were like, they texted me on my alternate number. Because if you're on lost mode, if your iPhone is on lost mode, you have the opportunity to display an alternate number for people to reach out if they see the lost phone. And then a message. Like, please return this phone to... please text this number if you see this phone. Ganon. So, ganon siya. So, they text the number on that display message. Ano siya? It's a feature of lost mode from iPhone. So, I had my alternate number displayed there and the message. Tapos, they tried phishing me. They texted me using SIM hijacking. They pretended to be Apple. They had the Apple name on the text. The text looked like it came from Apple. And then they were like, your lost iPhone 14 Plus is eligible for Apple Care theft protection. Tapos parang, ano yung text? Your iPhone Plus, your iPhone 14 Plus is eligible for Apple Care protection. Click here to learn how. And then there's a link that you can click. And then when you click on the link, it asks for your 6-digit passcode. Tapos parang ako, first of all, hindi po iPhone 14 Plus ang in-order ko. Kasi I'm a broke bitch. iPhone 14 lang yung binili ko. Walang Plus, walang Pro Max, walang Pro. Fuck that shit. My mother was like an iPhone 14. Period. Number 2, I did not buy insurance because I am a broke bitch. Part 2. Hindi ako bumili ng Apple Care kasi nga alam kong maingat ako. I care. So, yun. So, sabi ko, what the actual fuck? They tried to fish me because they knew they got a glorified brick from the cutest woman on the earth. Yan. What the fuck? You click the link? Hindi. Yung police yung nagsabi na click yung link. Tas, wala naman siyang wala naman nakuha. Don't worry. Yeah, they had straight grammar actually. Nagkamali lang sila sa model ng phone kasi bobo sila. Hindi nila ma-check yung model ng phone kasi nasa settings. But they can't check the settings because the phone is locked. Yeah. Oh no! You got scammed! You didn't know your friend's phone was stolen. You lent him money on Gcash. Dang. So yun. Ang modus pa nga namin ng police ay maglagay ako ng willing to reward 5K. Naglagay ako willing to reward 5K. Pero wala pa nag-reach out. So sad. Ganun. Yeah, they had really straight grammar. Grabe talaga yun though. As in, napaisip pa ako do I really have insurance? I remember not buying insurance. Anyway, ang lesson of the day ay bumuli ng insurance kung mamahalin yung cellphone mo. Tangina. Or wag ka maging bobo at wag mo inubos yung cellphone mo. Pero if iPhone, tangina i-insurance mo na. It's not worth it, bro. Kasi mga kaklase ko, nagsabi sila na, oh shit, so importante talaga yung insurance. They were like, oh, so insurance is really important. But then I realized, I feel like most people don't buy insurance for iPhones because most people that buy iPhones, they don't live in dangerous places like I do. So yun yung na-realize ko. Sabi ko, dapat pala bumili akong insurance knowing where the fuck I live. I live in the heart of Manila, bruh. Yun nga, if you already buy an iPhone, you can really afford the insurance. The only reason why people that can afford iPhones don't buy the insurance is because they live in an okay area, like theft-free or like not so theft-free, but like, you know, walkable spaces, green trees around, security guards everywhere. Yun ang aking pagkakamali sa buhay. I did not judge based on my environment. Ganun. Na hindi 8080 as in from Apple. Yeah, heart of Manila. Oh, so hi, Jekyll! Welcome! Welcome. Ayun, yun po ang aking kaganapan. Di ba, mga taga-subdivision, mga taga-condo, ganyan. Yan ang aking pagkakamali. Ako po ay apartment girly at napakadelikado po dito. May nahablutan na nga dito eh. Sa amin. Like, a few meters from my apartment, somebody got their phone also stolen. In front of my cousin's eyes. It was my cousin that saw it. Yeah. The most of your problems in those nice areas are like noise and steamers. Diba? Exactly. Security guards pala ang nagaplan sa downfall mo. Hablutin kita. No, you, Ryan. Ryan Barrerius. I miss you. I really miss you. Si Ryan, inaya ako manood ng Minecraft recently. Plot twist, Ryan was the snatcher. Dahil alam ko na sasabihin mo, Ryan, wag maglabas ng cellphone kahit saan. I know! Don't remind me! I know! Ay, okay. Akala ko papagalitan ulit ako ni Ryan eh. Nag-defense na kanina si Michael sa tanga. Wag mo na ako pagalitan, please! I've heard enough from everybody. Even in nice areas, it's possible to get stolen from you. Totoo naman. But statistically speaking, there's lower chances. Well, it's a non-zero chance. Yes. But the chances are much smaller compared to freaking Manila City, period. Nowhere is safe, bro. I literally exist. I don't know how people sleep knowing I exist. Speaking of sleep, I hope you can get your bed replaced soon. If you need help, please let me know. Pero grabe, nagtitipid na ako though. Dahil nga nawala na ako ng cellphone. Technically, it's been 2 weeks since I lost my phone. I lost my phone April 7. And nabubuhay naman ako. Anyhow, I'm survivable. I'm survivable? That's not a word. I've been surviving is what I wanted to say, but I'm illiterate. I've been surviving, but it's hard, especially if the cafe doesn't have internet. Kaya doon ako nakikikape sa may internet. Pero ang hirap nga, kasi nga, I don't have the right to go to cafes anymore kasi I'm broke, bro. So, iniisip ko, and actually, hindi ko iniisip, ginagawa ko na siya. Nagtitimpla na lang ako ng matcha sa bahay. Tapos sa bahay ako nag-aaral, but like, it's a no-go. Ang init sa bahay, punyebas, napakainit. Tarantado. Survivable, wow, new word. It's good that you're survivable. Shut up, European. Ang mahal ng kama, girl, time to floor. Totoo though, I know what you feel. Kasi I had my bed frame replaced just last year. Pinag-awalan pa yan namin ng nanay ko. Kasi dati double deck ako. I used to have a double deck in my room, right? Because I had a roommate. My cousin was my roommate. And then I had another roommate after that. I had my younger cousin as my roommate. So siya yung nasa double deck. Tapos usually, ang aking lovely abode, tambayan to ng mga dumadayong kaibigan galing Maynila. Like if I have friends from the province going to the Manila, they would like, hey Lila, can I crash your place? And I'm like, sure, go! So usually, double deck is really helpful for all of my friends. Mrs. Maria Worldwide. Miss Maria and Mrs. Maria Worldwide. This is also where my mom's friends crashes. Tapos ano. So yun nga, nakikitulog sila sa double deck. Tapos may kutsyon sa ilalim ng double deck. So technically, 3 yung kama dito. Technically, my room can fit like 4 people. Yeah, 4 people if you try. 4 people if you're not conservative. 5 people if you try hard enough. Yan ang siya kalala. Tapos sabi ng nanay ko, wag ka na mag-double deck. Parang ako, what? But like my lovely abode, you know? So yan. Kasi yung double deck ko ay... It's been there with me since I was 3rd grade. Yeah, my double deck has been with me since 3rd grade. And it came from my province. Tapos dinala lang namin sa Manila. We just brought it to Manila. Because we couldn't afford to like buy a new bed frame. Tapos yun. Tangin na te, post-grad na ako. First year post-grad na ako. I mean, first year post-grad. And my bed frame for the double deck was on the verge of like breaking. As in, kada galaw ko, Tapos apparently, kaya siya tumutunog ng ganon, ay dahil sira-sira na yung, parang lumuwag na yung pinagsuskruhan ng mga bagay-bagay. The parts where the bed is screwed together, they become really loose. Because I don't know, because of the heat, metal melting, whatever. Basta ang init. Ano na siya. Ang aking kama ay very laspag na. So, every time I move, literally, if I just turn to the left while sleeping, ganon. So we had to replace it. Because like, there was the fear that baka mahulugan ako ng double deck habang tulog. And they would not be able to save me. Because like, I'm in a separate room. Yeah, heat does make things expand, right? Yeah, wear and tear. Ilang dekada na yun. Grabe talaga. Isa't kalahating dekada na yun. That bed has been with me for like a decade and a half. Also, Adoboy, thank you for being a member for 7 months. It's been 100 years since you last streamed. And 1,000 years since you were flat. Take that back! May SFX kapag wala. Oo. Thank you, Adoboy. Thank you so much. Thank you. Ayun nga, tinapon na namin. Tapos yun nga, I had to sleep on the floor for like a while. Tapos, nagtitingin kami ng bed frame. Punyemas, ang mahal. Ang mahal pala. I did not expect bed frames to like go beyond 10K, to be honest. Yung bed frame ko na yun ay freaking 12K. I have a sofa bed. So happy. Basta yung sofa bed kasi may pull out siya. It has a pull out. So technically, people can still crash on my place. Tsaka, hindi na madilim. Like something that I didn't get to appreciate when I had a double deck is that I used to sleep on the lower bunk. Technically, I love sleeping on the upper bunk, but like, it's way too much of a hassle to sleep on the upper bunk, especially when I wake up so early in the morning. So, I sleep on the lower bunk. And then, di ba ang dilim? Siyempre, ang dilim eh. May shadow eh. It's really dark in the lower bunk. And then when I had the sofa bed instead, so, fuck, ang aliwalas pala. I can read on the bed now. Because like the sunlight is hitting the actual bed now. Bed frame, what kind of bed is that expensive? Bro, you would be surprised. Akala ko din, ang mga bed frame ay like freaking 5K. Hindi. Nagulat ako, umabot siya 10K. Like the cheapest goes like 8K. At max. I got to go. Bye-bye. Carol, thank you so much for hanging out here. Appreciate you. And I appreciate the comment you left on Bunny Girl. I haven't gotten to reply to everybody's comments yet. But thank you. Much appreciated. I'm considering trying a futon or one of those convertible sleeping couches when I move out. I have that one exactly. Like the convertible sleeping couches. It's like a couch, but you can sleep on it. Don't you want to try Japanese futons? Sakto lang. Hindi. It's a no. Anything that separates you from the floor is an investment. Flat ka na nga, tatambay ka pa sa sahig. Though when I was younger, I used to sleep a lot on the floor after studying. That was a point of concern from my mom when I was like in early high school, like 9th grade, 10th grade. I always slept on the floor. So parang siya, hoy, tama na aral, blah, 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 blah. Kasi they would always see me crash out on the floor. Like, literally, crash out. As in, tapos magigising na lang ako, 4 o'clock. Ay, puta, katulog ako habang nag-aaral sa sahig. Kasi I didn't have a... Bro, I'm literally telling you, I'm not rich. We did not have a study table at home. I studied on the floor. Ganong levels. Tapos syempre, minsan may laman ng dining table. So, if I'm lucky and the dining table is empty, I would study on the dining table. But most of the time, I studied on the floor. So, doon ako makakatulog. Knockout. Yeah, and space saving, really. Airbeds or waterbeds are not fun to sleep in. I've never seen a waterbed or an airbed, I think. I grew up on a bed frame my dad made. It was a bunk bed and we just cut down the top bunk for a second bed when we got older. Aww! It's so cute! Technically, hindi ka na ako mag-name drop na probinsya! Yung sa probinsya namin. Almost name drop my province. In the province, that's also how we did it. Like most, the double deck that I had, that was homemade. Sa bahay yun ginawa, as in, doon siya ginawa. Ayan. Almost knocked yourself over there. I forgot how to stream, literally. God forbid. Every time Lila says something, I get more concerned for her sanity. Na yun naman, hindi na ako nakakatunog sa sahig. So, quality of life improvement. Right? Amazing. Kaloka. I grew up with my room, quote-unquote, as an actual camping tent that I set up on a dark corner of a backwater area apartment. I was behind the kitchen. Hala, may naalala tuloy akong core memory sa sinabi ni Chris. May Teka. Paano ba to? Let me go to paint. Speaking of province, you didn't go to the Holy Week? Actually. Ano ba kwento? Namatayan yung lola ko. Kaya, lagi siya nasa lamay. Tapos pupunta na lang kami sa lamay. Yeah. Sorry. Sudden lore drop. Hindi namatay yung lola ko Like yung, knock on wood, God forbid she dies. No, she's supposed to die when I get my degree. She should die anytime after that. Not while I'm still going my degree. Knock on wood. She's old though. She's still healthy though. Prayers. Pero yun, namatay yung kapatid niya. It was my grandma's sister, or elder sister that died. Yeah. So, hindi naman siya mabisita sa probinsya. Kasi lagi siya nasa labas. Like, lagi siya nasa lamay. Yeah. I used to sleep in the same room as my sister, but it's a weird bedroom with 2 stories. Oh! A bedroom with 2 stories. Kind of like a loft. Type of a loft type. Yeah. Making it right in the room, was how it was done in the province. Diba? They cut the wood right in the room. Right. Yeah. That's how they did it. Yung sa double deck ko, bakal na yun. Pero, most of the bed frames in my grandma's place and in our actual house, ganun siya. It will be a long time then. Dapat abutan niya yung kasal mo. Nako! Ayaw nga ako nun payagan magka-jowa. Funny nun sobra. Ang aking side chismis ay... And yan, nalaman ng aking nanay, nalaman ng aking lola, Grandma 3. For more context, when I started streaming, I lived in my grandma's house before I moved out to the city again to pursue my undergrad degree. So, siyempre mahal na mahal niya ako. She loves me so much. As in, guaranteed, no yabang involved, no arrogance involved. I am the favorite. Ganyan. She loves me so much. She wakes up at 4 a.m. because she knows I'm still awake at 4 a.m. playing Apex Legends or studying. So, she makes me steamed milk at 4 a.m. Ganyan niya ako kamahal. She wakes up at 4 a.m. for me. Usually, 4:30 siya nagigising if I'm not awake. But she wakes up at 4 a.m. for me. So, yan. So, anyways, TLDR, Grandma loves me so much. Tapos, nalaman ng lola ko na ako ay nililigawan at nilalandi. Whatever word you may like to use. Basta nalaman niya na si Lila Maria ay may something going on in her love life. She figured out something was going on in my love life. And she was like, she got so mad. As in, galit na galit siya. Ikaw, Lila Maria, ang bata-bata mo pa. Gusto mo na agad mag-jowa. Wala ka pa nga trabaho. And then my sister and I were like trying to stop from laughing so bad because when my sister was the same age as I was, hinahanapan na siya ng jowa ng lola ko. It's just that my lola loves me so much, she doesn't want to see a man next to me. Like when my sister was the age of 22, inaano siya ng lola ko. Like, when my sister graduated from undergrad, parang, wala ba naliligaw sa'yo? Nag-aalala kami na dito sa probinsya. Maka hindi ko nakikasal. Ganyan. We're worried over here in the province for you, Ate Maria. You might not get married anymore. You should really look for a man, you know? You know, I know somebody from the police. You know, police force. Maybe I could set you up. You know? This is your prime youth. You should be getting married. Ganon. I was the same age as my sister when my grandma told that to my sister. Tapos nung may ganap na sa aking love life, like onting movement lang sa aking love life ay, galit siya! Galit siya sobra! As in, nagpapaka-boy crazy ka dyan! Tawang-tawa talaga kaming lahat. As in, pati tatay ko, pati nanay ko. Nung kinwento ko yun sa nanay ko, pati tatay ko. Tawang-tawa talaga sila. Yan ang love life. Ano sinabi ko na eh. Hindi ko na ulitin. Tsaka tayo pa ka eh. Then, how do I say that in English? Basically, my grandma became a war machine gun. About how I should stop participating in the advancement of my love life career. Yan, galit talaga siya. She was mad. Tapos, nakwento ko na to on a previous stream, I think. I feel like I've said this story, another story, on a previous stream. So, kinwento ko yun sa tatay ko. I told that story to my dad, like, when I met up with my dad, like, a week after. I was like, hey, Dad, did you know Grandma is, like, going badonkas over Mr. Lab partner? My grandma saw him and, like, she went... Tawang-tawa yung tatay ko. My dad kept laughing because it reminded him exactly of how my grandma treated him when he tried to woo my mom. To be fair, I think you legit have no time to do anything besides studying right now. Well, to be fair, nothing much is going on. Like, I'm good. Like, and ano naman siya. All I've been doing is studying. I mean, my life has been technically peaceful. So, yeah. Too busy considering alcoholism to get married. Oh, the H na, hi! Dito Lila Asap. Hoy, wag muna! No, wag muna. No, little Maria. What? No. You're a VTuber now. They don't get love lives. She doesn't have to worry. True, So, yun nga. Thank you for being a member for 23 months, Cody. And Johnny Spike for 29 months. My kambing is back. Welcome. So, yun nga. Ito na. So, I told that story to my dad. And my dad was like, did you know, back in the day, your grandma hated me so much. So much. And I was like, really? Really? How? So kinwento niya. So, during the first part of my relationship with your mom, we were actually in the hiding from your grandma. Because we knew your grandma was a bitch. So, they were in the hiding. Okay? We were in the hiding. He told me. But then, suddenly, your grandma visited the city. And at the time, kasi for context, both my parents met in university. They were They were studying in separate universities, but their dorms were like near apart. And near each other. So yun. And my grandma is from the province. So yun. So suddenly, your grandma, he was retelling this story to me. So suddenly, your grandma went to the city to go visit your mom. I was like, And then apparently, what happened was, my grandma visited my mom's dorm, only to find out she hasn't been there for like 3 days. Kasi nakikitulog siya sa dorm ng aking tatay. Because she was sleeping in my dad's dorm. And then they were like, saan natutulog si ano? Saan natutulog si Nanay Maria? Doon po siya natutulog sa kabilang ano ho. Yun, sinugod siya. Ang aking grandma ay sinugod ang aking parents sa dorm ng aking ama. So, sinugod siya, ay nagbratatatatatatatatatatatatata ang aking grandma sa aking tatay. Galit ang aking tatay. I'm on grandma's side. To be fair, pag-graduate na sila nun, OJT na sila nun, mga ganang level, whatever. Ganun. So yan, si grandma ay nagalit. So yan. After nun, ay, wag mo nang kikitain ng anak ko ever again. Ganun. Basta, bang mo nalapitan ng anak ko kahit kailan. Patay ka talaga sa akin pag nagkita ulit tayo. Ganyan. So anyway, so yun nangyari. So they were in the hiding. And then, ano nga man nangyari nun? Ano nga may second na nangyari? Kasi that was the first event. And then like, ano nangyari? May ano pa yun eh. Ayun, the second time. Ayun. I remember. So that was the first time my dad met my grandma. Full anger. And then the second time, my dad met my grandma. It was via phone call. My grandma was like, you need to go here right now in the province, right now. It's parang tatay ko parang, huh? Like the cat emoji going, huh? So my dad went to the province from the city. From work. He went to the province. Tapos, this is the second time he met my grandma, okay? So the second time they meet my grandma face to face, my grandma breaks the news that my mother is pregnant. So yun, that was the second time that they met. And at the second time, ayun na po ang nangyari. Nagka-juntisan na ang mga parents. So yun, they had to get married even though they weren't ready because, you know, teenage moment. Ganun. So yun ang second. Kaya daw memorable sa kanya kung paano niya nakilala ang aking lola. Kasi by force po siyang nakilala kasi nga nabuntis niya ang aking nanay. Tawang-tawa na kasi wala syempre. Parang sabi ko, wow, I'm at the age where my dad is freely telling me this story without judgment whatsoever. Yeah, I'm surprised she didn't bury him right there. True. Pero wala. Pogi naman daw ang aking tatay. His words, not mine. Ate Maria lore. Welcome to the lore. Yeah. She was a shotgun baby. Granny 3 giving a side quest to your dad only to drop a bomb. Muntik pa hindi mabuo sa nila. Hindi, ate ko yun. Hindi, ate ko yun. Yeah. So, yun ang nangyari. Azay, hi, Reb. Welcome. I'm waiting at home with a shotgun if you come home with a baby. Tang, ano? Tang, ano talaga? Hindi talaga ako magkakaanak. Magkakaanak na ako pag ako ay 30. I feel like 30 is a nice age to get pregnant. Oh, hindi ah. Hashtag save everything. Kala ko si Maria na yan. Hindi pa. Si ate. Dalawa kami magkapatid. Ate Maria and me. Well, technically, I have cousins that I consider my siblings, quote unquote. But like, they're not my siblings. But I treat them like siblings. So technically, I have many siblings. Yeah, my blessing, Ryan. Go get her. Lover boy, wala si Papa Maria. By the way, where is ate? Andun sa kabilang kwarto. Nagugas siya ng hugasin ko. Clinks, thank you sa pagtambay. Enjoy streaming. Thank you. I am not gonna get pregnant. Pero actually, running gag yan sa amin. Well, not a running gag. Is it a running gag? Technically, because Ryan and Serena and I have been friends for so long, right? And we also like had the group of friends before. So, parang ang running gag ay, bakit parang si Lila Maria ang unang ikakasal sa ating lahat? Considering that Lila Maria is the youngest here. Truth to be told, mukhang ako ang unang ikakasal sa aming lahat kahit ako ay nag-MD. Pag binigyan ka ng phone, ako nalalaban kay Lola. Hindi. Galit talaga yung lola ko do. Insane. Tawa ng tatay ko habang nagkukwenta ako. Hindi niya ako magseryoso kasi nga naalala niya yung sarili niya sa akin. Wild. Invited kami. Tagal pa. Mga 5 years pa. Hindi pa 5 years. Wait! Hindi, matagal pa pala. Mga 7 years. How stepsister seen a phrase from abroad coming back in this telenovela. Ayoko talaga. Hindi talaga magpaka-baby. No baby formation allowed in my server. Ay, funny though. Not completely related, but like, I learned a lot about the human body. About the reproductive body. The reproductive system is what I wanted to say. Tawag dito? May time pala. Eto, fun fact ha. Fun fact. Kasi may nagpa-medical kami sa school. Nagpa-medical kami sa school. Tapos syempre may urinalysis yan. So you have a required medical screening that you're supposed to undergo to in school where they physically examine you, you know, have you run like basic lab tests and all that. Nagpa-medical kami. Tapos kasama dun, included in the required laboratory tests was a urinalysis. And then, when we got our urinalysis results, may kaklase kami na sa urinalysis niya ay may nakitang sperm. Meron po sila nakitang spermatozoa live. So parang sila ay, bakit ka may sperm in your piss? And apparently, that happened when you just finished jacking off before, like a few hours before a urinalysis. So funny hindi ako yun gago. Kaklase namin yun. Sa kaklase namin yun. So, ganun daw pala yun sa lalaki. So, malalaman po ng medtech kung bagong jakol ka po at nagpa-urinalysis ka. Yun po ang aking fun fact of the day. Thank you very much. Sorry. Ang funny talaga. Nung pinakita sa akin yung lab test result na yun, parang, fuck, nga. Cause, semen and piss run through the same duct. Of course, the sperm would be left over there. Funny. Funny talaga. Gano'ng katagal before? Hindi ko na tinanong. Ba't ko tatanungin? Funny talaga kasi papasok mo yun sa school eh. You're gonna pass that shit to the school. To a med school at that. To a med school office. So pag nakita ng mga doktor sa admin, parang, puta, bagong jakol si kuya. Funny! We could not stop laughing. That was something I remember every time I walk. And then, I would just laugh while walking. Insane, actually. So, yun. Pag po kayo magjajakol, pag mag-urinalysis kayo. Kasi people will know what just happened a few hours before. You don't see Lila Maria for ages and this is what she talks about. Well, to be fair, very medical. Bro went time to shank one out before filling this container. Is that how dentists know? Oo. Yung sa dentist naman, this is also something we learned. Amazing. This was not like taught to us directly. But we've been hearing about this for like a long time now, and we only confirmed it in med school. But like, your hard there's two things. You have two palates, right? In your oral cavity. You have the hard palate and the soft palate. And if I remember correctly, the soft palate is more vascularized. Basta ganon. Kasi it makes it more prone to bruising because of its fuck, I'm bad. I'm bad at the oral cavity. I did not study this much for this one. Basta, it's more prone to bruising. There's more stuff going on in the soft palate, if I remember correctly. Basta mas maraming soft tissue. So it's more prone to bruising. So pag ikaw ay nag-glock 3,000 at masyado mong ginalingan, ay pwede siya mag-bruise. At kapag tinignan ng dentist ang iyong ngipin at nakita niya ang iyong ngala-ngala na medyo, may something going on, ay, they know. They know. Teka nga, buksan ko yung libro ko. Tama, di ba? Mas vascularized ang soft palate kaysa sa hard palate. Ganon siya. Kaya don't work too hard. Lalo kapag magpunta ka dentist in the next few days. Siyempre, it will take time. It will take time for the bruising to like get out. Because mechanical stress will induce inflammation. Because, you know, mucosa damage. Mucosa mechanical stress equals receptor activation equals release of like cytokines and all that equals vascular permeability. Teka, asan na yun? Let me just look. Oral cavity. Doctor, it was just a really big lollipop. Mama mo! Teka. Oral region. Palate. Oo nga. Yan, the soft palate. Asan ang iyong mga bagay-bagay? Ayun nga, tsaka mas malapit sa tonsils. When you suck it hard enough, when you go glock 9,000 instead of 3,000, sometimes you can hit the tonsils, and of course, the tonsils are very important. So, they're much more prone to stimulus. So if something happens to the tonsils, the body is like, oh my god, we must protect the tonsils by inflaming this site and protect it from everything. So yun po siya. Yeah. Don't go too hard, bro. Don't go guak. Yeah, the right term is guak, not glock. Lumulunok na pala yan kapag ganun. Kaninang dentista ka nagpatingin? Hindi. Sa libro ko nakita. Pero ang eto random thought, away from the dugyot topic, ay, ang aking nice news, not so nice news, ay kailangan ko bumalik sa dentist. Kasi habang tututbrush ako, teka, how do I draw this without being disgusting? Mom, pick me up. Lila Maria is being weird. Yeah, ingat po sa laklakan at sa laplapan at everything under the umbrella. If I were to draw my teeth, teka. I will draw my teeth. How do I teeth sample? Eto! Sige, wait lang. Wait lang, guys. I will open my setup. Kukwento ko sa inyo ang aking bad news. Time to show dental records. Hi, Green! Welcome! Welcome po! Welcome! Teka. Gagi, pawis na ako. Kakatawa. Window. Is it safe to window? Yan. Window sharing. Paint. Ayan. Hindi ko yan ngipin, Ayan po. So anyways, may ganyang ngipin. Okay. Let's just imagine this is Lila Maria's oral cavity. This is her teeth. This is her front teeth. Upper front teeth. Maxillary teeth. So, meron akong ngipin dito. I used to have braces, right? So, Lila Maria had braces when she was much younger. Ganda ng ngipin Thanks. All me. So, yan. Lila Maria used to have braces. Amazing. So, ganyan, di ba? And I used to have braces for like a really long time. Like, I think I had braces for like a total 4 years? Yeah, I had braces for like 4 years. So, syempre, Tas minsan power chain pa yan. Sometimes I had the power chain bracket rubber. So it makes it harder to clean my teeth back in the day. Dang, I didn't know you had all your bottom teeth extracted. Shut up! So yeah, so of course sometimes food gets in here. Yeah, kind of like with the spring. Sometimes food gets in here. Food gets in here, food gets in here. Especially here, here, here. So you really have to floss that shit out. You know, floss that, so that it gets away. Right? But sometimes we don't do our best. Because you know, that is the life of a child that does not know how to take care of their dental hygiene. Yeah, that's a lot of work for a kid, right? So, when I got my braces off, I had bad cavities. So, one of the... Ay! Wag yan. Teka, asan na yung ngipin kanina? Hindi ko maburat to. Gawin ko na lang puti. Burin natin. Yan. So, yan. So, I finally have my braces off, right? Yay! I got huge cavity here. Like, just right next to the bracket, I had a cavity here. Like, as in, it's a hole. Tapos, very dark. Like, it's hollow. Like, this one is hollow. And then I had a cavity here. I had a cavity here. And here. And here. And yada, yada, yada. Pero ito yung pinaka-major thing ko. I had a cavity here. And here. Butas talaga siya, as in, if may nilagay kang kanin dyan, it will sit right there. So, ganun siya kalala. And, nang natanggal yung braces ko, pre-pandemic yun. Magpa-pandemic pa lang. So, yun nga. So, hindi ko siya... I didn't have it filled immediately. Kasi nga, it was the pandemic. And, of course, we all know by now that COVID is spread by saliva, by respiratory droplets, yada yada, all that shit. So, and of course, you also know my story that I was depressed during the pandemic. So, ang nangyari ay, lumala po ang ating mga cavity. Like, hindi po ako nag-toothbrush kasi nga walang tubig sa bahay at ako ay depressed. So, yan, lumala siya, blah, 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 blah. So, ayan. But thankfully, because I became a VTuber and you guys were super duper concerned, yeah, the whole was because of the braces and I didn't get to take care of my teeth. Also, thank you, Megu! I didn't really get taught on how to clean my teeth, essentially. Hindi na naman ako nagtanong, so medyo kasalanan ko din. So, yan. So, lumala ang aking mga cavity. So, yan. But, because I became a VTuber and everybody expressed their concern, I started going back to the dentist. So, ito, napastahan na yan. Ito, napastahan na to. Ito, napastahan na to. They had it filled, restored. They had this one restored. Some of them not yet done. But this tooth, I was gonna have it restored. And they were like, wait a minute. This hole is so big. This tooth is essentially dead. And we need to root canal this. And I'm like, I already had a root canal on other teeth, like around here. I had a root canal for my molar, on the lower molar. And they were like, well, yeah, but like this one, unfortunately for you, it's a dead teeth and you have nerves going on here and we can kind of see them. And if you leave it like that, if we cover it up like this, even though there's dead stuff inside, you might just get an infection because you are trapping all the bacteria from the accumulated exposure. And I'm like, I see. So, sige. Next month. I think they told me that like around March. When did they tell me this? Also, my last visit to the dentist was around during the time of the wisdom tooth. I got my wisdom tooth extracted, right? After I had my wisdom tooth extracted, which was kind of urgent, nagpapapasta na ako. Tapos, they're like, oh no, you need to root canal this. And I'm like, oh no, I just had my wisdom tooth extracted. And they were like, yeah. Well, technically, they were really kind about it. I don't think they were scamming me. They were like, yeah, let's take it slowly, okay? We can restore your other teeth first. Or you can focus on healing the wisdom tooth first. And then we'll see what we can do with the tooth. So, yun. So, I'm like, okay. But like March, but like April, right? Kailan ba nagpa-wisdom tooth? I forgot. Basta yun. So what happened was, so yan. So this is the current state of my teeth right now. Tas kahapon, toothbrush ako. Brush. Kasi I love brushing my teeth now. Because I love my teeth. I need to take care of my teeth. Tangina. Pagka-brush ko dito, ay bumiyak to. Like, shemp. Bumiyak siya. Naging ganito siya. Like, sobrang tulis niya at the moment. Naging ganyan siya, essentially. Ganyan yung ngipin ko now. Ow na. It broke while I was brushing. And I'm like, huh? But parang, I was rolling my tongue over my teeth and I'm like, why is it so sharp suddenly? And then I saw on the sink that there was a piece of tooth. And I know it was a tooth because there was dentin and enamel. There was like tooth layers on that shit. And I'm like, So yun, matulis-tulis siya. Holy Week, so hindi ko maayos. So yun. Yeah, we had a bust fade cut. Basag siya, boy. As in, the entire lower body of the tooth is like, gone. So, ito na po siya. Ewan ko kung bubunutin pa ba siya, root canal pa ba. Hindi ko alam kung anong balak nila. But I'm like, bunutin niya na lang, puta. That was my ugliest teeth anyway. I don't wanna see it. So, ayun. Yeah, I have 3 fangs now. So, ayun po ang aking kwento. That is the stuff that has been going on in my life. Parang plata na. Now, technically, I can eat hard food, but I don't think I can eat suspicious food, you know? Yeah, goodbye, Paris, because like, it's dirty, right? Sobrang open ng everything right now. Kaya mumug ako ng mumug. I keep gargling with like warm water. Yeah. I'm glad my wisdom tooth grows normally. I didn't have to worry about tooth extraction. Tooth extraction of wisdom tooth is such a pain in the ass. Para kang binubugbog. Yes? Yun? Hold up, wait, chat. Wow, sakto. Manapalaki na sa akin si Suzy. I calculated my stream time, you know. I knew she was gonna ask me to walk the dog. Teka. Sakto, it's been 2 hours. I'm gonna walk the dog. Ba yun? Pili din nanonood pa ako. Wait lang. You should get the water pick. I really want the water pick though. But right now, I just have a normal floss. Teka, magsusot ako ng bra. Live on camera. Sorry! Kasi lalabas ako. My mom is asking me to go out. Mabango naman ako. Hindi pa mabaho kahit post na ako. So yun, that has been the Lila Maria stream. This is my 2-hour stream. Thank you for coming. Bra for what? Lalabas ako. Kitang-kita yung utong kapag lumabas ako ng walang bra, bro. Wait lang. Yan. I am now covered on the front. Alam nga naman lalabas ako ng walang bra. Bro, I've been at home for like, since yesterday. Yeah. So yun, I am now going out. I will be focusing on my studies very, very hard. I'm mentally kind of okay now, as long as nothing bad happens. And I will go down now to walk my dog. And I just want to thank everybody for coming here, for listening, for yapping, for being disgusted, for being supportive, for all the good, for all the good support, for all the financial support, for all the good emotional support. I will be working hard. Goodbye mental illness. Goodbye mental spiral. As long as nothing bad happens. More, hopefully, please pray for me and my luck, cause like my luck is like bad this year. Hopefully nothing bad happens and hopefully I get promoted to second year med school. Bye-bye and good luck. Good luck. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. On to the next time. Lakad ko sa Suzy. Bye-bye. Ako tumatawag na nanay ko. Sabi ko sa inyo, nakanoki ako. Tinan nyo. Ayun, sagutin ko lang. Pababa na po. Sorry po, baba na po. Sabi ko sa inyo, nanongi ako. Ayaw maniwala eh. Bye!